What's up, Algebra 2? This is lesson 73. Um, we are doing more of the radicals in the denominator spot. Um, and we did this a few lessons ago, and so we are going to go through and we are going to make sure that we flip the sign in the denominator spot. We use the conjugate of whatever sign is there, so the opposite. Um, and we are going to simplify these. The only difference here from lesson, I think it was just a few lessons ago, is that we're not in the numerator spot. We're not just going to do distributive property. We got to do FOIL as well, like we did on the bottom. So just one other extra step, just going a little bit further with it, but it's very similar to that other lesson that we had done not too long ago. So first things first, we're going to multiply by the conjugate, the opposite. So we're adding instead of subtracting. Okay. Alright, so we got to make sure now that we multiply stuff on the outside to stuff on the outside, stuff in the house to stuff in the house. So you're not going to multiply to both of them. So we can go ahead and start with the numerator. So we're going to multiply. If you want to put parentheses around those as well, make it a little bit easy when we're doing FOIL, you can do that. So we're going to multiply the first numbers in the sets first. So we got 8, then the outer, and so remember 4's got to be multiplied to the outside there. So 12 with 3 in the house. Okay, on the inside we have 2 with 3 in the house, because one's in the house, one isn't. And then for the last, we have a positive 3 on the outside there, and then 9 in the house. Okay. Then we'll go to the denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. The outer is going to be positive 6 with 3 in the house. The inner, 2 times negative 3 is going to make it a negative 6 with 3 in the house because of this. And then the last is going to be negative 9 with 9 in the house. So now we're going to go through and simplify. One thing we know from previous lessons is if there's something in the house, it's like a like term. It can be added together, the outside numbers. So we've got 8, but now we've got 14 with 3 in the house. We're going to add these two. And then this square root of 9 is 3, so when that 3 comes out, it gets multiplied to the outside. So now we are there. Okay, on the bottom, these are going to cross out. That's what we want. That's the whole reason we do what we do. This square root of 9 is 3, so 3 is going to come out and multiply to negative 9. So on the bottom, you should have 4 and negative 27. Okay, then the outside numbers here are going to be added together. We'll just add like terms, really. 3 in the house, and then on the bottom, negative 23. And as far as simplifying anything, there's nothing that can be simplified there. So that would be your answer, because 17 is prime, 23 is prime, so there's nothing that you can do, so that would be your answer for example 1. Alright, so example 2, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply by the conjugate, so the opposite number, or excuse me, opposite sign. Okay, and we'll put parentheses around everything, and then we'll start multiplying through the first in each set, because we're doing FOIL, so first, outer, inner, last. So the first, 16, the outside, negative 12 with 2 in the house. The inside, negative 4 with 2 in the house, and then the last, and remember now this is a negative 1, and that's a negative 3 when you're multiplying those. There should be a positive 3 with 4 in the house. Okay, then we go to the bottom, 16, then the outer, okay, the inside, and then the last. Alright, so let's go through and simplify. So, we've got 16. These are like terms. because they both have 2 in the house, so we treat them like terms. Okay, here, square root of 4 is 2. 2 is going to be coming out and multiplying to 3. And the bottom, these two cross out. That's what we want. This is going to come out. Square root of 4 is 2. Then we're going to multiply it by -9. Okay? And 16 and 6 can be put together. Okay. So 2, and then here we've got -2. And as far as reducing, we can't reduce this because 2 goes into 2, it goes into 22, and it goes into 16, so that can be reduced down. And so, like, if you were to separate these, 22 over 2 and 16 over 2, I mean, you can divide into it evenly, and so that's what we would do. So that means that 11 for this one, because it's divided by 2, actually, sorry, that's -11, and then a +8 with 2 in the house there. And so that would be your answer with that one. Alright, and let's go to example 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and multiply both of these. Okay, so numerator and denominator got to be multiplied by the opposite again. And so we had negative here, so it's going to be a positive sign for those. And yeah, go ahead and put parentheses around it so you kind of keep up as you're going through. And go ahead and start FOIL. So your first is going to be 3 with the square root of 12, and then 3 with square root of 3. Remember, outsides get multiplied, insides get multiplied. So 9 with 36 in the house. Okay. Then the outer. Okay. Then the inner. And then the last. Okay. And we'll go to the bottom. Okay, the outer. The inner. And the last. Okay. Then these right here, we actually need to simplify a good bit with the top, because you know we know 36 and 24 can be broken down, and so we need to kind of come to the side and do that. So 4 and 9, and well, actually 36 has a perfect square root, and that's 6, so that'll be easy. Alright, but 24 we do need to break down. 4 and 6, 2 and 2, and we know that 6, if it goes to 2 and 3, it's going to be multiplied right back to 6. So 2 would come out the house here. Let's go ahead and simplify this. Alright, so 36 has a perfect square root of 6, so we're going to do 6 comes out, multiplies to 9. So we got 54 for this one. Then 2 is coming out, is going to be multiplied here. And that leaves 6 in the house. Okay. This has a perfect square root, so that's going to come out. 3 is going to be multiplied. And then this one is staying the same for the time being. Okay. We'll simplify that in just a minute. Alright. This has perfect square root. 3 comes out. Okay. And actually, I'm not bringing these down. We're going to go ahead and cross those out because they're done. This has a perfect square root. It comes out. So 4 square, first square root of 4 is 2. 2 times negative 4 is going to be negative 8. So now we're here. And then we need to add these up. And so they're going to be... we got 36. And then we're going to add these two together. So 12, positive 12, and a negative 4. Okay, and then for this bottom, we're going to take that, and then it's going to be 19 for this one, and then 19 does not have a, or 19 is a prime number, and so there's nothing more that we can do with that one as far as simplifying because it's prime. So that is going to be your answer for example 3. So go through, make sure that you work these examples, and do the 2 practice problems, do practice problems A and B, and then once you get done, upload a picture to Google Classroom for me. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.